Hello everyone, and welcome to the Room of Requirement. This is one of the videos in my short form series that I'm going to be doing. I've done several other ones like on high magic and Gnosticism, and I'm going to continue with these little short form videos because I do a lot of videos that are really long. So anyway, today I'm going to be talking about esotericism. I'm going to be talking about its history, key concepts, schools of thought, and key figures in the world of esotericism. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so there is a river of knowledge that runs beneath the world. It does not flow in temples or cathedrals or crowded marketplaces. It runs in silence, beneath symbols, beneath myth, beneath the surface of reality itself. This river is esotericism, the hidden current of wisdom that has passed from initiate to initiate since the dawn of human consciousness. Esotericism begins with a single premise, whispered across millennia. The world is alive. The world is layered. The world is symbolic. You are not merely here in the world, you are woven into it. The ancient roots, a hidden lineage. Long before written history, seers, priests, and mystics perceived that behind the physical world was a vast invisible architecture. This understanding crystallized in ancient Egypt, where temples encoded a celestial science. It appeared in Hermetic Egypt and Hellenistic Alexandria, the birthplace of Hermeticism, where the sage Hermes Trismegistus taught that as above, so below, as within, so without. From there, the current flowed into Pythagorean mystery schools, where numbers were divine beings and the universe sang in harmonic ratios. Platonism and Neoplatonism, where the soul ascended through layers of reality toward the One. Kabbalah, the Hebrew mystical tradition mapping creation as a tree of emanations and pathways. Gnosticism, where the soul's exile in matter became a mythic drama or remembrance and return. Sufi mysticism, where divine union was pursued through love, poetry, and ecstatic experience. Christian mysticism, whose hidden tradition sought inward illumination rather than external authority. Alchemy, the art of turning matter and the soul into gold through sacred transmutation. Renaissance Hermeticism, a rebirth of esoteric knowledge through scholars like Ficino, Pico della Mirandola, and John Dee. Rosicrucianism, the invisible brotherhood guiding humanity's spiritual evolution. Theosophy and the occult revival, bringing East and West together in a new synthesis. And into modern esoteric streams, the Golden Dawn, Rudolf Steiner, Jungian psychology, and contemporary Hermetic magicians. Esotericism is not one tradition. It is a constellation, a celestial tapestry of mystery schools, philosophies, and lineages, all saying there is more to the world than the world. The core concepts, the invisible architecture. Esotericism holds the reality that reality has multiple layers. There's the physical, or asaya, the dense world of matter, the astral, yetzira, the realm of symbols, dreams, and subtle forces, mental, or bria, the domain of archetypes and divine forms, spiritual, atziluth, the emanation of pure being. Humans contain all four layers. To know oneself is to awaken these realms within. The key ideas that shape esoteric thought include 1. The microcosm and the macrocosm. You are a miniature universe. Every element of the cosmos exists within you. 2. Symbol as portal. Symbols are not decorations. They are living intelligences. A pentagram is a map of human sovereignty. A circle is the womb of creation. The zodiac is a cosmic clock embedded in the soul. 3. Initiation. Truth is not given. It is earned through transformation. Initiation mirrors inner alchemy, death of the old self and rebirth of the new. 4. The subtle bodies. Human consciousness radiates outward in layers, the etheric, astral, mental, and causal bodies. These bodies are all trained, purified, and strengthened to perceive the unseen. 5. Correspondences. Esotericism is a science of resonance. Planets, elements, colors, angels, metals, emotion, they're all interlinked like a grand symphony. 6. The great work. The ultimate goal in transmutation, to turn the fragmented self into the gold of an awakened soul. The lineage of light, some key figures. They appear across time like torches in the dark. Hermes Trismegistus, a mythic father of Hermetic wisdom. Pythagoras, who heard the music of the spheres. Plato and Plotinus, architects of the mystical ascent. The Zohar authors, who mapped the divine emanations. Valentinus, the Gnostic who revealed the soul's cosmic origins. Paracelsus, physician alchemist who read the signatures of nature. Jacob Boehme, the mystic who saw God in a beam of light. John Dee, magician and advisor who sought angelic knowledge. Alpheus Levi, who unified magic and mysticism in the 19th century. Madame Blavatsky, whose theosophy sparked the modern occult revival. Rudolf Steiner, visionary founder of anthroposophy. So I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Carl Jung, who brought archetypes, alchemy, and the collective unconscious into psychology. Each carried a piece of the hidden puzzle. Each contributed to the vast mosaic of esoteric understanding. Here's some additional key figures. Here are more influential esoteric thinkers and adepts. So there was Iamblichus, the father of theurgy, rituals to invoke divine presence. Proclus, a Neoplatonist who mapped celestial hierarchies. Albertus Magnus, alchemist and philosopher and a mystic. Giordano Bruno, Hermetic cosmologist, martyr for infinite worlds. Marsilio Ficino, translated the Corpus Hermeticum and revived the Platonic Academy. Pico della Mirandola, synthesized Kabbalah, Hermeticism, and Christianity. Cornelius Agrippa, he wrote the 3 books of occult philosophy. Robert Flood was a Rosicrucian physician, cosmologist, and alchemist. Manly P. Hall, modern teacher of the mystery traditions. Israel Regardie, he preserved the Golden Dawn teachings. Dion Fortune, seminal writings on psychic protection in the inner planes. Aleister Crowley, the Thelemic magician who systemized modern ceremonial magic. Valentin Tomberg, he was a mystical Christian esotericist and tarot scholar. And finally, Julius Evola, who is a Hermetic philosopher and esoteric historian. So if you're wanting to dive a little bit deeper into esotericism, I highly recommend the work of these people that I just mentioned. The living tradition. Esotericism is not a relic of the past. It is an ongoing revelation. It speaks to those who feel the pull of the unseen, the inner call of the soul. It teaches that enlightenment is not escape from the world, but learning to see the world behind the world. To walk the esoteric path is to step into the mythic dimension of existence. It is to recognize the signs, the synchronicities, the whispered teachings woven into daily life. It is to become a conscious participant in the unfolding of the cosmos itself. Esotericism is the remembrance that you are a being of 2 worlds, matter and spirit, and mastery comes when you learn to walk with 1 foot in each. The hidden thread through civilizations. Esotericism is not tied to one land, one religion, or one people. It is the hidden thread running through every ancient civilization. In Egypt, initiates studied the journey of the soul through the duat, encoded in temple walls and funerary texts. In Babylon and Chaldea, priests observed celestial patterns, giving birth to astrology and the doctrine of correspondences. In India, yogis mapped the subtle body, the chakras, the nadis, and states of consciousness long before modern psychology existed. In China, Taoists explored alchemy, energy cultivation, and immortality practices. In Mesoamerica, shamans journeyed between worlds through trance, vision, and sacred calendars. In Greece, the Eleusinian mysteries revealed death, rebirth, and the soul's immortality through symbolic rites. Everywhere humans looked beyond the veil, the same truth appeared. Reality has an inner dimension, and the soul can be trained to perceive it. Esotericism is the synthesis of these ancient insights, woven into coherent spiritual maps that outlast civilizations themselves. The mystery schools, training grounds of the soul. Across history, the mystery schools were the heart of esoteric learning. The Egyptian mysteries taught the ascension of the soul and the purification of the Ka and the Ba. The Orphic mysteries sought liberation from the cycle of rebirth. The Eleusinian mysteries dramatized the descent of Persephone and the resurrection of life. The Mithraic mysteries guided initiates through the 7 celestial grades, ruled by planetary forces. The Essenes practiced purification, prophecy, and angelic communion. The Gnostic schools preserved secret teachings on cosmic exile and divine remembrance. Medieval esoteric groups like the Templars, the Cathedrals, and Sufi orders kept inner teachings alive through dark eras. Renaissance circles revived Hermetic wisdom and magical theurgy. Rosicrucian lodges quietly influenced the evolution of science, mysticism, and philosophy. The Golden Dawn in the 19th century systemized ceremonial magic and astral training. Every mystery school shared one aim: to awaken the hidden faculties of the soul and reveal the divine nature of the human being. The architecture of the inner worlds. Esotericism teaches that unseen realms are not vague or chaotic. They are structured and navigatable. Traditions describe this architecture with different languages, but the map is always similar. The astral realm. The dimensions of emotions, dreams, symbols, and forms not yet solidified. Magicians and mystics trained to navigate it consciously. The mental realm, the domain where archetypes, ideas, and divine patterns originate. Plato's forms, Kabbalah's Bria, and the Vedas, higher manas all describe this level. The causal or spiritual realm, this realm of purpose, destiny, karma, and the soul's blueprint. This is where the higher self resides. The divine realm, absolute, the pleroma or nirvana, the unconditioned source, pure being, the ground of all emanation. Esoteric practice is the art of ascending and descending these realms consciously and learning to become a traveler between worlds. Esoteric psychology, the inner laboratory. Long before modern science, esotericists studied the psyche as a layered system. The shadow, unintegrated aspects of the self. The ego, the outer personality. The higher self, or the holy guardian angel, also known as the HGA, the soul's guiding intelligence. Archetypes, universal symbols shaping human experience. The collective unconscious, the shared astral reservoir of humanity. This is why Jung was drawn to alchemy. He recognized that spiritual symbols are not superstition, they are psychological technologies for transformation. The alchemist's furnace is the subconscious, the philosopher's stone is the integrated self, and the gold they seek is spiritual wholeness. The evolution of esotericism in the modern era. Esotericism has shaped major movements in unexpected ways. The Renaissance, Hermeticism inspired art, astronomy, music, philosophy, and the sciences. The Enlightenment, Rosicrucian and mystical ideas influenced early scientific inquiry, Freemasonry, and political philosophy. The 19th century occult revival, figures like Blavatsky, Steiner, and Levi unified Eastern and Western wisdom and mysticism. 20th century psychology, Jung and Hillman integrated myth, symbol, and alchemy into the study of the mind. New thought and manifestation movements. Esoteric principles like the law of correspondence and the law of mentalism became mainstream, often watered down but originating in Hermetic philosophy. Quantum mysticism and modern occultism. The idea that consciousness shapes reality echoes ancient esoteric doctrines. Mind precedes matter. Esotericism evolves with time, but the core remains unchanged: awakening, transformation, and inner mastery. The esoteric path as the hero's journey. Esotericism frames spiritual awakening as a mythic cycle. The call. The soul hears something whispering in the dark. The descent. The seeker faces the shadow, the illusions of the world. The purification. Elemental trials, earth, air, fire, and water. The revelation. Symbolic insight, visions, and gnosis. The ascent. Integration, alignment, and mastery. The return. The awakened one brings light back to the world. Every esoteric tradition, from Kabbalah to alchemy to the Grail legends, follows this archetypal path, because it is the anatomy of spiritual evolution itself. The living essence of esotericism. Esotericism is not doctrine. It is a mode of perception. To be an esotericist is to walk in two realms at once, the world of matter and the world of meaning. It is to see symbolism everywhere, to feel the pulse of the unseen, to recognize that consciousness is the architect of experience. And esotericism whispers, there is a code beneath the world, and you were born to read it. Okay, you guys, that's what I have for you. I hope this really brings esotericism to light for you and helps you get a better grasp on it. It's a really wide subject and it covers a lot of ground, a lot of different schools of thought and different key figures. So thank you guys for sticking around. I really appreciate it. There's going to be some more to come. I plan on getting these uploaded a couple times a week at least, maybe once a week at the very least. But I have plenty more that I'm going to cover like this in short format. So thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you next time. Bye.